said there's so many voices coming in the mind, in the intellect state, but then in the witnessing, in the silence, also sometimes uh, something is heard, but something more. It's not the same. It's not pulling. It's not. It's kind of confirming something. So, is this also ego, or is this also mind in its like shape shifting way? I mean, I felt like asking this.
Can you explain it more? Can you elaborate on
Like,
what type of thoughts are you calling as coming
like
from?
like when there is a thought, like sometimes of course there is a dualistic, like I want to do this, I don't want to do this and all. And sometimes when there is just pure witnessing and quiet for any situation, automatically, there is a realization, there is something that comes, that some unreal is dropping, and then that is observed. But it sometimes comes as a voice or something, but it's not from the same place. It's from a deeper place, that there is a voice that says like a aha kind of a thing, that, and then suddenly it's kind of everything clears and drops. But there is a conversation about it, like if I'm speaking and then something is pointed, like I was reading and something is pointed to in a pointer, and then suddenly something drops, but after that there is something saying, aha, yes, this is it, or this is it, kind of makes sense, or something. Is that again back the intellect coming back and claiming ownership, or saying, I understand, I know it, or now I know it, or so it's something I wanted to.
Look. The thing is that even let's say if intellect is saying, "Look, I now know it and I understand it," and it's understanding and it's surrendering and it's accepting things should be not taken as any winning situation for anything. I have to tell you something which is very important, which happens with most of the spiritual seekers, that they start getting very intuitive about things. They know that there's something about someone they call, and then they realize that person um, was trying to call them or is too sick, or something has happened by which they understand that this call which they were thinking, or the intuition came and they were needed, and it just happened, like telepathy, or and so many things like which you can say as serendipity, or how it happens. And if it's happening, if you put it to your own, yes, I am there and I know it, and look, I am getting siddhis or some power, it actually takes away all that humbleness, and it takes away um, that silence, and it becomes like a noisy. And then even if you feel like that, which gives you some proud or some goodness in you, but it does not give you that, it takes away that humbleness, which is very, very important ingredient of silence. This is the reason why a real guru, a teacher, or even an enlightened being would not give any importance to these coincidences, and when someone is being benefited by their presence. And I'll tell you, Bhagwan is the best example. So many things happened in front of him. He either said no, that he has not done anything, or he kept quiet. And I have to say why he said he didn't do, because no person does anything. Nobody knows even how it happens. But because the energy is pure things, and you have surrendered your own intellect, something else is giving all that, because all what we see is coming from that infinite source. It has infinite power. Everything can come out from that nothingness. Anything can come out, and anything it can do. Anything it can do. So this power of, when we say from the logic, our mind, our intellect follows logic reasoning. But beyond that, that power has no logic. The mind and our working is within the domains of, you can say, science or some sort of theories. But beyond that, there is nothing there, Beyond that, there is nothing. And there is not one example, there are hundreds and hundreds of examples about these things in old. Like Periya Puranam, they say that there was a Shiva devotee, and to show him down, um, the priest of the temple tied the garland on the idol um, behind, and made someone to sit with a rope so it does not, because he said if he's true bhakta, that garland from the idol of Shiva will come and will come to his. You will think how the garland can fly and can come, like, there's no logic. In spite of that, the priest was still scared and he made someone, and then it still came. What is logic in it? No logic. It is beyond logic, Where the logic ends, the divine starts. The divine understanding of divinity comes there. So beyond logic, when things are happening in a seeker, and it happens, I have heard so many, everyone gets something. You call serendipity or coincidence, or, some sort of a power I am getting, and you just lose it, because lose it in a sense that you might have that, but then something takes credit, and that taking credit is ego. We should just accept. Now, if a thought is coming as a war or whatever, but don't identify with any thought. You are nothing. There is no point of identification in this whole cosmos, which you can say it's me. Inside you, the internal structure of feeling, emotion, thoughts is also part of mind and matter, not you. So if it comes, a sound comes, that sound comes, another thought comes, it's not you. Even if the sound comes Ram, 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 or Shiva, or that is also not you. It is just a sound, Though it is a divine sound, it's beautiful. So many people are divine who are not even in spirituality. They are very, very good people, So it's all pure. There are a lot of sattvic things in this world. So, but I am nothing. So having that bhav, that feeling, that is very important all the time for everything. And that will keep you always grounded in that energy of self-awareness all the time. And then, because whenever we want to take any credit, it gives such a uneasiness in you. I'm pretty sure all seekers know this. The moment that even let's say you have 1% of ego left, and that wants to take credit of any goodness happening around you, you feel suffocated, you don't want to take any credit also. This is exactly like we don't want to take discredit. Egoistic people don't want to take any discredit. Anything went wrong, they blame on others. You did it, you did like that, that's why this is not me. But in a sadhu, as a saintly person or seeker, does not want to take credit. It is the other way around. He's okay with discredit. But for credit, it becomes like ahankar will get bigger, ego will get bigger. I don't want to. I can't hold on to it. He is doing it. So we give all credit to the father or to that mother of all mothers. These are very subtle things which it's not in a book, but it is our book of life which tells us, that humility and humbleness is the key to freedom. Because all the time we have only known that knowledge, relative knowledge, when we are proud of it, I I saw a lady today, and she changed state. She's now in Perth. I referred to a professor there, and she came to see me today, and she says, Sanjay, he's so egoistic. I know he's intelligent and he's a professor but I can't tolerate. Give me some simple doctor there, I said, look, I don't know. And people also feel that if someone has learned a lot on this earth, they should be egoistic. This is also people's belief system is. But it's not true. I've seen people who know so much and they're so humble, so nice, so down to earth. We don't have to have any proud of anything, because the next second, what happens to this body, who knows? With a stroke of life, we can have a stroke, and memory can go away. Anything can happen, accident. So that power knows everything. Sometimes it gives us some understanding of things which we should accept. And witnessing is very powerful. I think it is a very powerful tool for all of us. But if we keep in our thoughts and tease apart thoughts, then it is not witnessing. We are actually in it. Witnessing is someone who is very outside the ring. Boxing is going on between thoughts, and we are just watching the show. Not for this, not for that. Let's see what is happening. Let's just see. We are silent witness. In silence, we just see things as they unfold. And whether they unfold or not, we really start realizing that we are already sorted out. That silent witness is that. All this kachra, garbage of thoughts is just outside, external. Then we start realizing, then this wisdom dawns on us that we are always free. There's nothing for us to do more than just witnessing and abiding in our silence.